Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back with the Big Dog and Vicola. Snowman is here. March Madness is here. The NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball, which begins Thursday, are also here. And if you want the best action, go to BetUS.com. The sportsbook is celebrating their 30th year with the best action at the right time. Try your parlays. Try any parlays. Try anything. But when you log on to BETUS.com, use the code Snowman for a 125% deposit match. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Speaking of games, I can't believe I'm going to read this.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
This is according to NFL.com, okay, and many, many other outlets, but I'm reading this off of the NFL website. The NFL is following through on its desire to jumpstart the kickoff. Owners approved the hybrid kickoff rule on Tuesday during the annual league meeting. Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reported per sources informed of the decision. The vote passed 29-3. NFL Competition Committee Chairman Rich McKay told reporters. It will dramatically alter the look and feel of the kickoff, a play that had become an afterthought as safety rules essentially wiped out incentives for a return. The past kickoff rule features new alignments for both the kicking and receiving units. A landing zone, the area between the receiving team's goal line and its 20, would prompt action off the kickoff if the ball were to land in that sector. Kickoffs will remain at the 35-yard line, but the remaining 10 players on the kicking unit will line up at the opposing team's 40. The receiving team lines up with at least 7 players in the setup zone, a 5-yard area between their own 30 and 35-yard lines, with a maximum, of 2 returners can line up in the landing zone. Are y'all following me? Me neither. After the ball is kicked, the kicker cannot Take 2. After the ball is kicked, the kicker cannot cross the 50-yard line, and the 10 kicking team players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or a player in the landing zone or goes into the end zone. The receiving team's players in the setup zone also cannot move until the kick has hit the ground or a player in the landing zone or the end zone. The returners may move at any time before or during the kickoff. Penalties on scoring plays also will not carry over and will be taken on the point after attempt. On any penalty that carries over to kickoffs, the setup and landing zones will not change, nor will the alignment of the 10 kickoff team players and all the receiving team players. Only the kicker's positioning moves. Kickoffs that hit the landing zone must be returned. Kickoffs that hit the landing zone and then go into the end zone must be returned or downed by the receiving team. If downed, the receiving team would get the ball at its own 20. Kickoffs that go into the end zone and stay in bounds that are downed would give the receiving team the ball at their own 30. Kickoffs that go out of the back of the end zone in the air or on bounces would also be a touchback at the receiving team's 30-yard line. Kickoffs short of the landing zone would not be treated as a kickoff out of bounds, or would be treated, I beg your pardon, like a kickoff out of bounds, and the receiving team would get the ball at its own 40. Got that?
No.
Me neither.
So you mean to tell me this is basically going to do away with onside kicks?
I don't know.
Because it sounds like to me they're getting rid of onside kicks and they're really screwing the pooch on everything else. Like,
Have they not? This is, you know what?
I've never heard something so convoluted and stupid in all my life.
whose drunk ass came up with this?
Goodell.
Thank you,
explains a
Victor.
lot.
You were in my head on that one.
That explains a lot.
Thank you, Victor.
My God.
You tell me how the hell is this going to work? How the hell is this going to? I have no idea what the hell this is.
Hashtag McCoffee for commish. I'm putting it out now.
Can we have McCoffee be the commissioner for both the NFL and Major League Baseball?
I would like that. I'd take that.
No, let me be the You know what? McCoffee can be the commissioner for Major League Baseball and the NFL. I want to be the NBA commissioner. I'll explain why later on in the show. But what is this?
I have no idea.
It's like as if the NFL could not get any softer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kobe Bean Bryant. It's like the NFL could not the NFL could not get any softer. Shane already has a headache. I have a headache.
What type of brain fart is this?
It's exactly what you said just said it was. A brain fart.
This
a
is
huge
so stupid.
Okay, let me see if I can break this down. You're gonna have the front 10. You're gonna have the front 10 sitting at the opponent's 40,
right?
With the kicker sitting back at his own 35, ready to kick the ball off. You can't move until the ball is in a landing zone, which is basically the opponent's red zone.
Yeah.
What the hell is the?
But yet again, there's three different types of ways that they can get yardage, whether the ball is down and it goes straight to the 20, or it's kicked out or something and it goes to the 30.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to kick it onside, everyone's going to get the ball at the 40?
Yeah.
That's it.
Here's the thing. The whole idea of the coverage team and the receiving team is that they're supposed to set up for the return, whether it be to create lanes and seams for the return man, like Devin Hester, or to stonewall the return man so he goes nowhere. Now you're saying half the field can't move. Half of both rosters cannot move.
Until the ball is touched by the receiving team.
Right. Until the ball is touched, which means a lot of guys, I guarantee you, they're going to intentionally miss the football. They're going to do some step backs where they can actually step back, miss the football.
I hope.
Then either pick it up or they can down it.
Yeah, and the thing about it is it doesn't matter where it's landing in that zone. If you down it, you get it straight at the 20. Jesus. What the blue is this?
Just
I'm gonna have to buy stock of Excedrin this year if we're watching football.
I'm gonna have to buy stock of Excedrin and a lot of other things.
I'm not looking forward to this year already. I'm not looking forward to this year.
I'm not. Look,
my head hurts.
Wait, just a minute, Chris.
What in the all types of blue hell?
For those of you, myself included, that made a mistake and clicked on Tom Pelissero's tweet and wanted, God help us, a visual. Here it is. can anybody make sense of this?
That did not help at all.
I had to flip it. I had to flip it to show the kickoff angle that we're used to seeing at the start of games.
Mm-hmm. That still doesn't help. That does not help.
Chris,
What in the all types of blue hell
is this? Here's the setup zone. What happened?
I have no idea.
Who is the brain dead dumbass that thought this was actually going to work?
Again,
Roger Goodell.
Okay, better question. Who's the 3 teams that actually have common sense that voted against this?
I'd love that. I love an answer.
That's a better question.
Who are the 3 teams that had common sense to vote against this? Who voted? I want to know who voted against this. That's what I want to know. Who voted against this?
This is some bull right now.
Roger Goodell, wait a minute. I got to do this visually. For this,
I'm on air. What?
I moved it, and I should not have.
This is ridiculous.
For this all I can think of is how? Wise.
The following is a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe,
Boston.
This has been a public service announcement from Wise El Jefe.
How does this work?
I found out your answer.
Who voted against this?
The 3 teams that voted against it were Green Bay Packers, the Las Vegas Raiders, or the Oakland Raiders, and your team, Snowman, the San Francisco 49ers.
Thank God.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me
old school? All right, I love it.
You mean to tell me Robert Kraft screwed up?
Yep.
Apparently, so did Jarrell.
Oh my God!
So you're telling me Robert Kraft and Jarrell voted
for the 29
for this?
Yep. And the only dissenting ones were Green Bay, the
Oakland,
Raiders,
and San Francisco.
And San Fran.